your buttons.
We are live because we had to be while you were off camera because I asked you at the last second.
He did.
But
it's all good. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, welcome. Saturday morning, August 24th. Here we are.
We are. We absolutely are.
As you can tell, she's a little bit more chipper in the mornings than I am. I usually have to wait until about 10 o'clock to really be kind of... And that's usually the case at the end of these things.
I started the morning with the Jackson 5 this morning. Let's go.
The Jackson 5 wasn't playing this morning.
Yes, that's what was playing.
Not when you started.
That was the Jackson 5.
That was after you had started.
No, I started with the Jackson 5 today.
Jackson 5 was not playing in our bedroom this morning.
I didn't have any music in the bedroom.
I know. So you didn't start the morning.
I started music.
That was
in the
after
living
she had already
room.
taken a shower.
In the living room, I started music with the Jackson 5.
Yep. Kabuki Kid is here. What? We have been graced with the KK. It's been a while, madam.
We're glad you're here.
Blake is here. What's up? Sundancer girl. Who is that?
I know who it is. Mary Beth.
Oh, yeah. That's what I thought it was. They both said hi at the same time. That's cool. Karen's here.
Mary Beth, I'm so jealous of the pictures you posted of your trip. Holy biscuits, that looked like an amazing time.
It probably was. Saturday in the park, Eric says.
What is our tagline this week? What did you...
Dice Tower Entry.
Oh.
That's why all these things are up here.
Okay.
I'm not taking all of these with me.
Oh, gosh, I hope not.
No, I don't have the room. But we're going to talk about them.
Cool.
Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I'm working 30 hours in 3 days.
Ew. Don't like. I used to do it a lot.
Cool, bud. That's the way to do it.
Get it done.
Work it, work it. Family Meeple is here. Hi, all. Just a couple more days, and then it's retreat time. So excited.
It
Yep.
is so exciting.
Yep. When I was a teacher, Kabuki Kid says I'm sort of like that, too. I'm not 100% until somewhere around 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I also don't want to eat food until closer to noon, so I usually just have an instant breakfast drink most days.
Nice.
Well, I don't usually have... I have a coffee and a yogurt with peanut butter and...
Cereal.
Catalina Crunch cereal in it because it's high protein. That's like a yogurt cup with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and a half a cup of Catalina Crunch is like around 40 grams of protein. So it's a good way to start. And my stomach is saying you drank too fast after you ate, so I'm going to growl at you. So what's happening? I promised you'd pay her. I don't know what that means.
Ooh, make sure you're on live chat.
I'm not. But that's kind of weird. You need to go with us next time.
You know, I really was trying to figure out how to invite myself.
What? Doug is here? In the last
not as
5
fit as
miles
you.
of our Yellowstone trip, so close to a decent shower.
Oh my goodness.
We watched a movie that was based in the Yellowstone National Park last night. 2012.
We did.
She had never seen the movie before, and I don't think any of my kids have seen it either. Because it came out before Aiden was born. And I know I haven't... I actually went to see it in the movie theater. So I had seen it in the movie theater, but it came out before Aiden had been born, so he'd never seen it either. It was funny. It was funny watching them watch the show for the first time. I knew what was going to happen, but it had been a long time. So there were some things like, how did that turn out? I don't remember, but it was fun. 2012, a disaster movie. It's good.
What I love about our movie nights is we all take turns making a choice. This was Sam's choice. And you just never know what you're going to get. It'll be anything from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to
Cartoon
to some science-y movie to some disaster movie.
Mm-hmm.
And if I would choose what I really want, it would be a musical, but I don't because my family doesn't like them.
I didn't watch what I really wanted to watch last night.
What did you really want to watch?
The Unsung Hero. I
I
wanted to
watch that one.
But I don't think the kids would have liked it. So
I don't know.
excuse me. Hope I didn't miss anyone. I don't think you did, Kabuki. You did well. Saying hi to everybody. Eating pretzels right now. Pretzels are cool. Nuno Rebello was here. What's up? What's up? Nuno. I don't know if you saw my comment to you on my other thing. You need to contact me. Your prize got returned as undeliverable. So I think I probably messed up on your address. We need to get that sorted, Barada. So email me, flipsideobg@gmail.com, and let's try to get this fixed. It's been a while, too. So this is from a while ago. Because it went all the way over there. Was marked as undeliverable, and then came all the way back over here. So, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, protein is also good because it keeps you feeling full longer. That's what I'm talking about. Blake Cavaney, I'm not allergic to peanuts, but if I eat peanuts by themselves, they upset my stomach.
Oh. Well, that's why you should always eat peanut butter.
Sounds like you're allergic to peanuts.
Just eat peanut butter.
Because that's what happens when you're allergic to stuff. I mean, if you're really allergic to something, it makes you puff up and all that other kind of stuff. But if your body doesn't like peanuts, it makes you feel sick. That's what Dante has. Dante's body doesn't like gluten.
Dante's body doesn't like a lot of foods, but he's actually a pretty good eater.
Yeah. Pay KK. Oh, pay KK. Oh, I see.
All right, I wish we could.
I wish we could.
Sorry, we don't have the ability to do any of
Terry
that.
Halo, we talked about it yesterday during Loot, but have you read The Longships by Franz G. Bingston, the Vikingest of Viking books?
Oh, I don't know, but I want to read it.
The Longships
I'm adding it to my list.
by Franz G. Bingston, BENGTSSON. Although Njal's saga is very solid too, but since it's real people, there's sometimes pages of who is related to who. Pages? Oh my.
BENGTSSON.
SSON. The first two Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies are awesome. Are you talking about the first two from like
the 80s?
The 80s? I think you need to probably go back and watch those again if you think those were awesome. They kind of weren't. I didn't even really like them that much when they came out. I was okay with them. I was like, okay, cool, live action TMNT, awesome. But they did not age well. Not at all.
I had a friend in college. This is in the 90s, like 1994. He was there, and he had come over from Kuwait and inherited his big brother's apartment, his big brother's car, his big brother's clothes, everything. His big brother had already gone to school at Eastern, and they had an apartment filled with stuff. So he just got that. Mm-hmm. And he would frequently alternate between like pleather pants, leather vinyl pants, whatever, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pants. They were what his brother had in the house. So he would just wear Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, big turtle patch pants. Or his dress pants were like these pleather. And I was like, you know, we have clothes here in Washington State. You don't have to wear those.
I'm pretty sure this is a crush. She talks about this guy.
Tabby was not a crush. No.
So much.
He was one of my best students.
These stories.
They haven't.
For
He
the
was one of my
last 3
best
years,
best students.
multiple
He
times.
did become a good friend of mine, but not a crush at all. No, 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 no. No. Sorry, man.
This is one of those times where I'm like, okay.
Not at all. He just had a lot of funny things happen to him, so I have a lot of stories about him. We were together all the time as work, students. I was his peer advisor.
Thank you, Nuno. He said
He's going to send it.
Sent an email already. Good,
Okay.
good. Blake says, starting Monday, our hours are changing at work. We're going to be closing an hour earlier, and my body is happy about it.
Hallelujah. Closing earlier is
How
good.
is it earlier? How late does Papa Murphy's stay open?
I have no idea.
I want to say they close around, what, 8?
10? 8?
9, 10, something like that. I don't know. Vanessa says, just stopping in. I'm actually going to games today.
Hey, Vanessa.
Very good. And Blake says he's currently reading The Red Pyramid by Rick.
Riordan, I love.
No, not Riordan. Riordan.
That's what I just
Rick,
said.
no, you didn't. You said Riordan. That's how you say it. Riordan.
Red Pyramid. What is that one?
I don't know. Probably has something to do with Greek mythology.
And the pyramids?
Sure. Like, the Greek gods were the ones that actually built the pyramids. And they painted it red so that it would stick out more than all of the sand-colored ones.
Okay. Let's add to my book list. Sam's gone next week. I can read.
Wow, that makes it sound like I'm trying to make you illiterate.
No. I have more time to read when you are out of town.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Sam's gone. I can read. Sounds like Sam doesn't let me read.
No, Sam lets me read anytime I want. I just prefer to be active with my family lately. Lately. There are moments where I will tune out my family and put my nose in a book. And that's it. But lately, I've been more excited to be with my family.
Blake says he can eat peanut butter, no problem, just not peanuts by themselves.
See? Then you should always have peanut butter.
David Brownlee is here. What's up? What's up? Blake says each franchise is different. Corporate requires us to be open 11 to 8, but my franchise is open 10 to 9, but starting Mondays, it's going to be 10 to 8.
Hey, that feels great. That would feel great as a closer. Getting off at 8 instead of 9.
Yeah. Yes, I am talking about those two TMNT movies from the 90s. Wow.
No.
She saw Queensryche live and says it's one of the best concerts ever. Who said that?
I saw Queensryche. Sam took me.
Yeah, Queensryche actually came to our little
tiny podunk town.
Toyota Center. The pyramids weren't originally sand-colored. They had a layer of white limestone on them that wore away ages ago, but they used to be white. See, this is why we miss Kabuki Kid being here.
Miss Kabuki Kid
because of the useless but still interesting information.
Plethora of fantastic information.
Yes. Derek is here.
And she also keeps us in line.
Good Saturday morning, folks, Derek says. Good to see you. Yeah, we saw Queensryche. They were the headliners in a show with Great White, Slaughter. Actually, let's put them in the right order. Slaughter, Great White, and then Queensryche.
It was so much fun.
Slaughter was cringeworthy at best because dude's voice
Didn't age as well as
has not aged well at all.
Yeah.
Great White, however, they put on a great show, and Queensryche was also amazing.
It was super fun.
But Slaughter was like,
This was like our first concert we went to.
Poor Mark Slaughter. He wanted to do another tour, and the other guys felt bad for him. That's what that felt like. I was never really a Slaughter fan to begin with. I went for a Great White and I went for Queensryche. Period. I love Queensryche.
It was fun.
Great White was always kind of too popish, poppy, like pop rock, like pop metal.
Yeah, they had some big.
But I went for Queensryche. Queensryche was definitely one of my jams back in the day. Great White was cool. I liked their groove, and then Slaughter was just like they were one of the hair bands that everybody and all the girls were like, oh, he's so cute, yeah, or whatever. They play pop music with long hair. That's all they do.
That was our first concert that we'd been to.
Yep. Singer for Great White just died, Jack Russell. He was only 63. Wow. Well, he did a good job. What was that, 2 years ago?
2 years ago we saw it.
He did a really good job a couple of years ago. That about seeing them live around 1990 was a continuation of my comment about quoting Operation Mindcrime when I dropped my wife off to work. So she equals wife. I didn't see that. Maybe that was before I switched over to live chat. So, sorry. I missed that continuation.
For Sam, because he misses them.
Are those band names? Okay. He's probably talking about this. I've been to 3 K-pop concerts, 2 in Seattle, 1 here in Tacoma. The Seattle venue is better managed because in Tacoma I nearly got trampled outside, but I love seeing them in Tacoma, which is closer. Mm-hmm. My mom is trying to talk Dad into buying her tickets to see Foreigner. Oh. That's cool. Yeah, they have a new... Is it the Filipino dude that is still singing for Foreigner?
I barely know what my own kids are doing.
No, one of the bands, the Don't Stop Believing tour, that's Foreigner, right?
Stop believing. Sure.
Is it? I can't remember. I don't remember all those. That's just before my time.
Like, I literally barely know what my kids are doing, and they're in band. Different band.
Great White lost one of their guitarists in that terrible concert fire in Rhode Island. I didn't hear about that. I don't... again, Great White wasn't one of my
in a concert?
bands, so I don't follow all of that stuff. That's not Foreigner. That's Journey. See? Whatever. A Foreigner is on a Journey. I get those mixed up all the time. I just don't care. Yeah, that's Journey. Anyway, wasn't Journey... Hold on. I could have swore Journey and Foreigner are actually touring together. Journey band tour.
I don't know nothing.
Journey tickets, Journey. No, it's Def Leppard, Journey, and Cheap Trick. That's what it is.
In Seattle. Let's go to another concert.
Not that one. Sorry. Tickets may sell out now. Act now before your tickets are sold. X. Yeah, sorry, not. We just saw Styx and Foreigner in July, Tom says.
Nice.
Now I know those names. Styx. Foreigner and Journey. Foreigner 4 and Journey Escape were probably in the first 10 records I bought as a teen.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at my comment above. I did.
About what?
About them seeing Styx and Foreigner.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw that. Or he might be talking about when he said hi to Derek. Or when he said hi to Vanessa. Or when he said hi to David. So my deductive logic says he's talking about when he said he saw Styx and Foreigner in July.
That would be cool.
I don't know.
I really like, I mean, it's a problem. I really love outdoor concerts. I love them. And I would love to go to a concert at the Gorge with Sam, because it is such a cool venue. The problem is, it doesn't matter who's playing at the Gorge, country, pop, hip-hop, anything, it draws a certain set of people that like to just
Derek
drink
S.
a little too much.
Says he likes the newish lead singer for Journey. He's quite talented. I'm pretty sure they found him If it's the same dude, I don't know if it's the same dude, but I think they found him. I watched a documentary called Don't Stop Believin'.
Right.
Where they did like a search, like a global search for somebody to be their lead singer again. And they found this Filipino kid.
Oh, yeah, I kind of remember this.
That sounded exactly like their lead singer. I mean, his voice was immaculate. And so they met with him, and sure enough, they hired him. But it looked like at the end of that tour that they were going to part ways. But I don't know. I don't know if it's the same person. But
I don't know any of that.
Dude is amazing. David Brownlee says, I had a couple of Styx 8-track tapes. Dude, nice. My goodness. That's one thing I can say. I never had 8-track. My grandpa had 8-track in his... No, not my grandpa. My great uncle. Is that right? My great uncle?
Your grandpa's brother?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it was my grandpa's sister's husband.
Sure.
So it was my...
Nope, don't go. I can't.
Yes,
Too many adjectives.
that's what it was. No, it was my grandpa's sister. That's my great aunt. Her husband, my great uncle.
Sure.
Yes. He had one in his truck. And when we used to go fishing, he would play 8 tracks in his truck, in his old Chevrolet beat up pickup truck. That consequently was one of the first cars that I ever knew had 2 gas tanks.
Oh.
He had 2 25-gallon tanks.
Jeez Louise.
And I was like, man, that's a lot of fuel. And he had a little switch on his dashboard.
He could switch
when one was running down, he'd go, and you'd see the fuel gauge go back up.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was weird.
So this is funny. And Daphne has a CD player in her car because it's an older car because that's what I can afford. And she has also a Bluetooth speaker connected to her phone so she can listen to things.
Yeah.
But the other day, I had given her some CDs when she got the car. So she decided to open the CDs. So Daphne and Dante are in the car yesterday morning with a brand new Beastie Boys CD, License to Ill, sealed.
And they couldn't open
They unsealed it. And then a few minutes later, Dante comes running in because they were late for band camp. And he's like, we can't open the CD box. Like, we don't know how to get the CD out. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, I clearly never told them this, but they were like trying to open it on the corners and they couldn't figure out. And I was like, you put your fingers here and you put your thumb right here and you pop it right open. And he said, what? How did you do that? That made my whole day. It made me laugh. And I do love the fact that the other day I was in the car with Daphne and she was, going to turn on her music on her little Bluetooth speaker. And it's frequently John Williams soundtracks from Star Wars or soundtracks in general. She loves musical soundtracks. So I was expecting that. And she pops out the Beastie Boys. Proof. I feel like I've raised my kids right. It was great.
It's not metal. You did something wrong.
It's the Beastie Boys.
Let's see.
I mean, there were worse things from the 80s that she could have been listening
Saw
to.
Styx live with Joan Jet and Tesla.
Oh, Joan Jet. That'd be cool.
Oh, Tesla was a good band.
Tesla was a good band.
All bands are great, but I have to admit, Styx was never a huge favorite of mine, but they put on a great live show.
Oh, see, I love a good show.
If I lived in the States, I'd be getting Sabaton and Judas Priest tickets about now. See, I would love to go see Sabaton.
We tried. I don't think. Are they coming back?
I don't know. Well, no, this is like a different. That wasn't Sabaton. Isn't that was Windrose that we tried to go to.
Yeah, but Sabaton was.
We tried to go see Windrose. But we haven't been able to get Sabaton.
In Spokane?
Oh, we will go to Spokane. We will go to Spokane for Sabaton. We will look further into that.
I'm like, oh, in Spokane? Also Billings, Montana, if we wanted to go there.
That's further.
So?
Let's see. Yes, Journey has the same lead singer. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's really good, and I like him. I like the fact that he has such, I guess, humble origins. I like that. The Warning has been my current music fixation. Young, all-female rock trio from Mexico, all sisters. They are amazing talents, sound fantastic live.
Ooh.
Gets us a slow week for board games? No, it's not.
No. We just haven't even started yet.
We're talking with people.
We got a whole bunch to talk about.
Come on, David.
Oh, yeah.
They started
and it's like soon.
But how much?
I don't know. We'll figure that out.
They started really young and have several albums already, and the bass player is only 19 now?
Jeez.
Holy cow. If you're interested in Filipino music, check out the song Liam by SB19. I'm not necessarily interested in Filipino music. I just know that this guy is Filipino. And as other people have said, he started in a tribute band. Kabuki Kids said that. Yeah, they found him on YouTube or something. Yeah, it was like a YouTube search. And they found him through some videos that his band had posted and how he sounded and all that other kind of stuff. Terrier Halo, I want to see Sam do a reaction video for Bandmade.
What is Bandmade?
I don't know.
What is Bandmade? I want to see Sam do a reaction video to this.
We have a venue here in New Jersey that have seen mini concerts at PNC Art Center, technically outdoors, but does have a roof for the seating. They also sell lawn seats. Not a fan of lawn. Me neither.
I don't know. The venue I want to take Sam to is
Come
lawn,
to the West Coast this fall. Yeah, Terrier, we already saw that.
I think that's happening.
We're probably going to have to do that.
That's going to have to happen.
The Warning got initial fame for doing a cover of Metallica's Enter Sandman on YouTube like 11 years back. And then
that's
on
cool.
The Ellen Show, eventually started doing their own music. They are great.
The Warning.
Cool.
W-A-R. Warning. Warning.
Joan
Okay.
Jet played at my college.
Oh, that's cool.
Keg party. Eric said that.
Don't buy anything, Eric.
Eric, I'm sorry. You're the boy who cried wolf. We always take what you say with a grain of salt, not a tablespoon or teaspoon, just a grain of salt, because we think you might be trying to pull our legs. Joan Jet playing at a kegger at your college, it probably adds up numerically, but we'll see.
I saw Bruce Springsteen in Spokane, and he played with somebody else. Who was it?
So I hit like and told people about Sabaton. My work is done, Terrier Halo says. Speaking of Joan Jett, Kabuki, here we go. She used to be in the Runaways, yes, with Jackie Fox, bass player, who designed the Rock Hard 1977 board game. There's a new Rock Hard 1970 put out by DeVere.
Oh, yeah.
It's sold out like hotcakes
I
at
remember
Gen
that.
Con.
We've talked that.
She's a bass player that used to play with Joan Jett.
Well, now I like it. Let's go.
When my dad was stationed in Germany, he was AC/DC, and for Hell's Bells, he was into AC/DC, and for Hell's Bells, they brought this gigantic bell, and he was right under it, and he said it was the best thing ever. That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome.
That's funny.
My dad saw. That's what saw AC/DC.
I gotcha.
It's true. UCF. University of Central Florida, 100 keg party, and Joan Jett played it.
Nice.
All right, Eric, we'll take your word for it, brother. Bandmade is an all-girl Japanese band dressed as maids. I already don't want to see this. But they are an amazingly talented metal band. Your type of music, but may be conflicted. Yeah, I think so. $5 all you can drink with 100 kegs.
Well, the ER was full.
So glad you got a good education there at the University of Central Florida. Good old UCF. Is that the Knights? Is that the University of Central Florida? No, or is that Western? I can't remember. $5 all you can drink. What in the world? That's cool though. All right. Well, here we go. that was our intro. Only 30 minutes.
We got lots more to talk about.
So next week is Dice Tower Retreat, and I'm going to be leaving Tuesday morning to hop on a plane to go down to Orlando, and we'll be there. I think we have to set up Tuesday, and then Wednesday is when the actual retreat starts, if I have my thing correct, and it goes all the way until Sunday. So it's a long kind of thing, but it's just gaming. There's no exhibitors. There's no extra events. It's just gaming. So I'm hoping to get a lot of games played and start getting back on top of my review queue for both the Dice Tower and for the Flipside. You would never have a golden knight. The armor would be way too heavy. That's probably true. You could have a gold-plated knight. That would be easy. Or a gold-painted knight. But gold armor... I don't know. Mordred didn't... not Mordred, but... Yeah, no, Mordred. Mordred from Arthurian legend. Wasn't he fabled to have golden armor? I remember in the movie, Excalibur, Mordred had gold armor. But I don't know that that's from the actual tales. Maybe he was just like super buff. He wasn't in the movie. He was like this little wiry little punk. But anyway. Time for some Spirit Island. Have to catch the rest later. All right, Terrier Halo, take a good one. Have a good one. Speaking of rock music, have you played the game Rock Hard? No, I haven't. I didn't have the ability to demo it. I wanted to. It was super hot at Gen Con. Everybody was going it. They sold out of it. DeVere sold out of it at their event room and at their booth like 2 days before the convention ended. So it was super, super popular. So I wanted to try it. I like the theme. I like, games about music and bands have kind of been lackluster, at least for me, the ones that I've encountered. It looks like this one actually is a good game, so I'm looking forward to trying it out. How do you feel about the candy mechanic in the game? I don't know. I haven't played it. Personally, it turns me off from the game overall. I have no idea. I haven't played it. Dave M is here. What's up? Please tell me that's Dave Mustaine. It's not. I know it's not. But I wish there was a Dice Tower Retreat on the West Coast. Sounds incredible. Yeah, well, it does. Big hello from Canada. Guy Calgary or Guy Calgary. Which one is it? Guy or Guy? Or, yeah. I think Guy would be I don't know. We'll see. Mordred definitely had golden armor in the movie. Not sure if that was just for the movie. Yeah, I don't know either. Metallica is playing in my province this weekend, speaking of rock, Guy says. Yeah, we looked at getting tickets for their, what is it, their 72 tour or something
and
like that.
And we went, oh no, we're not getting that.
Yeah, well, they had a special night where they were doing, they actually were 2-night tickets. And they would have one group of bands on the first night and one group of bands on the second night, and they would play on both.
Yeah.
They played on both nights. And tickets for that was like $400 each.
Yeah, we were like, maybe not.
Yeah, can't do that. Guy, not Guy. English, not French. All right, Guy. You got it, buddy. English it is. You said you're from Canada. You're from Calgary, so I have to ask the question. You know, I'm trying to be respectful. I apologize. We'll call you Guy. You're that guy. Hello
nice
from
guy.
Canadian. I'm from BC. Hello, fellow Canadian. I'm in BC. There you go. French. Who speaks French here? 72 Seasons tour.
French
Yeah.
fries.
I looked.
French dressing.
Yeah, right. Looked into it too. Too pricey. I've seen them several times and love them live. Yeah, I have too. I saw them. Oh goodness, I saw them with no, not The Cure. Another band I can't remember. I saw them, I think twice. in Biloxi. I saw them once in the UNO Lakefront Arena with Queensryche. I saw them on their Black tour when it was just an evening with Metallica in Pensacola. Almost saw them in Germany with the Monsters of Rock.
That would have been cool.
Oh man, that was their Puppets tour. I would have loved to see that, but couldn't get there.
I went to a heavy metal concert, but I don't know what it was. Here's the thing. I went with my best friend. We went to 2 concerts back to back down at the Tacoma Dome. The first one we saw
Cult. Yes, that's what
was my choice, and that was Janet Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one was her choice, and I don't remember who it was. It was an 80s rock band, and
I would not.
it was Janet Jackson and
No,
then
that
Metallica
blows
the next
my
night.
mind. I don't think I would have. I would have come back from the dead if somebody would have taken my dead body to a Janet Jackson concert. I would have come back to the dead and haunted that entire concert.
I knew every song.
That is horrible.
It was good, and she's a good performer. She's that Jackson.
Okay, no,
you know,
I get that.
she's part of the
Jacksons
Jackson
were
family.
Great performers. I
Great
get
performers.
it, but I don't like their music. Their music is just.
But it was 2 concerts back to back, and one I'm like, wearing a t-shirt and jeans, and the next one my best friend dressed me, and I was so uncomfortable in what she dressed me in, and
Anyway, getting back to board games
anytime.
because we
Go
started
ahead.
talking too much about Janet Jackson.
I like that album.
Stop.
It was a good album.
All
You
right.
would have hated me in high school.
Saw U2. I
I
originally
would've
read
loved to
that.
see U2.
I originally read that as Poop Mart concert, but it says Pop Mart.
I would have loved to see you too. I bet they have a good
Matthew
concert.
Rose is here. What's up? What's up? Lewis and his brother are coming over to start Jaws of Lion today. Got it all painted up. Oh, that sounds cool.
That sounds cool.
Very good.
All right. What do you want to play next week
Okay,
at Dice
so
Tower?
next week at Dice Tower, I actually sent a whole list over to Tom because he offered if he has any games that I wanted to make sure I got played, he would bring them from the house
And-
so that we wouldn't have to worrying if they're in the
Okay, cool.
library or not. And I sent him a list of like 10 games, and he said, I have 2 of those. Thanks, Tom.
That's super funny. I'm sorry.
So one of them is Ezra and Nehemiah. So that's one I am hoping that we get played. JT and I have played it, but we played it off camera. So this is one that I do hope that I can get played at least once. I don't want to overshoot it because this is a 2-hour game. So and with teaching, it could go 2.5 hours. So
Sure.
this is a big chunk of time. So I already do know how to play it, but I'm sure other people will not have learned how.
Sure.
It also does have a solo mode, so this one could show up on a Thursday solo playthrough soon because I have played it. So there is some experience with it already, but I want to get some more experience because we just played Nehemiah the other day on Tuesday for our
Throwback Thursday.
for our Time Honored Tuesday.
I'm honored.
Get it right.
I don't know words.
I pick bad names for things because I can't remember them most of the time. I'm like, what did I call that? It was something about it being old. Oh yeah, Time Honored. Yeah, there you go. What a stupid name. Anyway, so this is one that I'm hoping to get played more at Dice Tower Retreat. I would love to have experienced players do it because I want to see how experienced players react to it rather than just new people. Because I think that's an important thing to think about. Anyway, that's one that I hope we can get played. People are still talking about rock, which isn't a bad thing. Let's see,
that one?
Risk Classic board game we loved. You shouldn't have sent the list to Jason. Oh, you should have sent the list to Jason, not Tom. Doesn't Jason have everything times 3? Well, no, we're talking about Tom, our moderator here on the channel right now. Not Tom Vasil. They probably have all of these games in the library. But Tom, our moderator, said that he has 2 of the ones that I sent him. So, but Jason does too. But Jason, he probably wouldn't. He's got too much else going on. This is another one. Sand. This is the one I picked up at Gen Con, and it's from Devere. I really wanted to pick up Cities from Devere, but they had already sold out. I really wanted to pick up Rock Hard 1977, but they'd already sold out. I have played a few rounds of this at the Printed Meeple in San Antonio. I was there, and one of Toby's kind of right-hand men that are kind of just, they're not an employee, they're just people that are patrons of the store, and they help him do a lot of things. He taught us how to play, and we played a couple of rounds while we had time before they had a tournament starting. So, and I didn't hate it. You know, I liked it. I thought it was a pretty cool thing. I have heard some unfortunate things about the rule book. JT was watching some people play at the Atom event that he went to last year, or earlier this year rather, and they said that they were really struggling with it.
Oh dear.
And the rule book was a slog, and learning how to play was a slog. So I already have the experience of a few, so I have an idea of how it goes, but we'll see. This is one I want to get to the table more, and so we'll see. We'll see. Ones that I am taking, not that one. Ones that I am taking are a couple new, these are prototypes that are actually going to Kickstarter here at the beginning in about a week and a half.
Oh, you got to get this out there.
And I want to take these and play them with people so that they have the opportunity to play it before the Kickstarter actually goes live. So this is the Raw and Write. So it's a roll and write that's centered around Raw, the board game. And then this is Ratzia, which is another Raw-inspired card game. But it has this thing of rats. Ratzia or Ratzia. I don't know how they pronounce it. But these are both prototype-ish. So I think this might be... This is pretty... I think this is pretty, I don't know. We'll see. This doesn't look like a prototype, but this definitely does. But anyway, so I'm going to be bringing these with me because they're smaller, and I'm going to be able to fit them into my luggage and with no problem. So if you see me and you are interested in either of these, ask, because I want to get these played. We're going to be doing a live stream of it during their campaign. So yeah, so that's a couple of things that I am going to be taking with me because they're smaller and I can fit them in my luggage. I will probably bring this because this is a great game, and if you haven't played this game, this is a great little trick-taking-ish type of game. I'm not going to bring sea salt and paper. That was just on the box. This is a great game. This is still a prototype. This is not a produced copy or anything like that, but this is a great game. I'll probably be bringing that as well. So that's another one. Is Ratzia a Rat Mafia game? Yes, it is. Ken Albert is here. What's up, Ken? A little late today. No worries, my friend. No worries at all. Let's see here. Regardless of what Tom... It was, my point still stands. No matter, regardless of what Tom it was, my point still stands. I still should have contacted Jason, is basically what you're saying. Got it.
I got to stretch my body.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm like, I am.
Her back has been giving her issues. She picked up a kid the wrong way. A rather dense kid. Not dense
She's
mentally.
so
She's
cute,
just
though.
like she could be a linebacker. My first concert was Ted Nugent, Aerosmith, Cheap Trick, Brownsville Station, Frank Mahogany, $12, 10 a.m. to midnight.
What?
Yeah, that's back in the day. He probably had to bring a goat with him as well. I don't know why, but...
What?
And I don't think I've played Vanilla Risk since. There was a period when we played Risk daily for almost a year. We were obsessed. Then Axis and Allies came out and took over our fixation. Haven't played Risk since, but also love Risk Legacy. One of my favorite Legacy game experiences. Axis and Allies, then we found Shogun. Rock Super Bowl, it was billed.
That's cool.
Played Marvel Dice Throne with my daughter yesterday. Super thematic experience, but some of the language used in the rules is quite convoluted. Agreed.
I agree.
Why couldn't they have simplified defense rules? I don't know. Shogun was fun. Risk Replacement, a.k.a. Samurai Swords, a.k.a. Ikusa. Talk about the name changes. They got rid of the little swords for Ikusa, though. Shame. Regardless of what Tom... Okay, yeah. Okay, now I'm back. Caught up. Only one on that list I saw live was Aerosmith. Just retired a few years back due to Tyler's voice not properly recovering.
Right.
DandD Red Books back in the 1990s was our weekly binge. Classic campaign memories. Steven Tyler knew how to take care of his voice, which is why they were able to go so long, unlike Axl Rose, who never learned how to take care of his voice or his body, for that matter. I think one of the reasons... I think my fandom of Metallica affected my enjoyment of of Guns N' Roses, because Guns N' Roses did a tour with Metallica one year, and Metallica, all of them said, we learned that tour of what not to do and how not to act as a metal band from what Guns N' Roses did. And so I guess from their experience, I've just never been a Guns N' Roses fan. DandD absorbs most of my 80s gaming time too, Kabuki Kid said, as it probably did with most of us. I started with the magenta box set, and the one that predates the red box by 2 years. Man, we got some people flexing. I'm more of a gamer than you are. 2 years before that. Let's see here. Red box was 1983. That was 41 years ago.
All right, what else do you want to play next week?
I'll get back to it. I'll probably pick up Line Solo when it comes to retail. We saw Frosthaven out at our LGS the other day. Dad didn't know about, and I said, hey, pick this up, and he couldn't believe how huge it was. Early bird special for the OGs of D&D. I saw a GNR on that tour with Metallica. Saw them twice on that tour, actually. We had to wait a good 2 hours for GNR to come on after Metallica. Axl always made everyone wait.
Wow, really?
That just pisses people off.
Yeah, it does.
You got all those people hunkered up together, and you're going to make them wait for 2 hours?
Wait and sit here for 2 hours.
What a blank... Sorry.
Conceited is the word I would use.
It's not the word I was going to use. That tour also had the infamous Montreal riot. Yep, when James Hetfield burned his arm. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's the whole thing. So they had pyrotechnics in the Metallica show, right. and James just got confused and had himself standing over one of the pyrotechnics cannons, and it burned his arm.
Oh my gosh.
They had to stop their set. Guns N' Roses could have come on and done a blazing set, and everything would have been fine. But because, no, Axl Rose didn't want to go on early, people started getting pissed, and they started an actual riot.
That's terrifying.
It could have been stopped if GNR had just not been a bunch of D-bags.
That's terrible.
Anyway, is there a significance to the dad shirt today? No, not really.
It was clean.
It's clean. It has.
I think one of the kids got it.
Yeah,
for you.
one of the kids got it for me for Father's Day. It has this.
It says, "Dad, no, someone who always believes in you and always has the best jokes."
Yes, there you go. So no, it has no real other significance other than that. Axel didn't perform long before flipping out and leaving the stage. Yeah,
Really?
exactly. Yeah, you made him wait, and then he flipped out. Yep. He's a dork. Totally off topic, but we just played Forges of Ravenshire last night. That's a good segue. At our church's community board game night and had a blast. Sam, your playthrough really helped us get started.
Awesome.
Very cool, Ken. Can you grab Forges of Ravenshire real quick? I'm sorry, I
course.
keep making you get up.
It's okay.
It's good exercise for your
It's
back.
good, it's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
It's good
that's
for
the
me.
ticket. Yeah.
That's good for me.
Don't worry about the playmat on the
Well,
front.
it's on the top, so it's coming.
And it's also a workout because that thing's
Yeah, it's a
kind of
heavy
heavy.
box.
This is another one that I would love to play while we're there because I do really enjoy this game. And I'm super happy that you guys enjoyed it, and I'm super happy that our playthrough helped out with it. We did do some things wrong that I realized after the fact. Sam, the designer and owner of the company, he reached out and said that, hey, for example, at the end of the round, when dice are being put back, you keep the ones that you have taken. You don't split them back up to where you now have one of each at the beginning of the round. And that's something I didn't do right, so that's my apologies. So if you take 3 green dice, you keep those 3 green dice for the next round, and whatever is left in the slots on the board, that's what's rolled, and you roll 1 for each spot. So you do spread them back out into 1 for each spot, but you keep the ones that you roll. And then the other thing that I think we did wrong was the guild members, the new guild members, the bottom one goes away at the end of the round. The bottom row goes away at the end of the round, and then they're refreshed that way. So we knew of that one, but I just forgot doing it. I think we did it for the first round, but then we forgot the following 3. But cool, Ken. That's a good segue, though. This is one that I hope to get played at Dice Tower Retreat because I do know how to play it. I can teach how to play it. I just want to get more plays of it in. So if they have this in the library, because this is way too heavy to take with me, because I bought it's got the metal coins in it and the wooden pieces and everything. It's too heavy for me to take. So, but if they have a copy of it there, I'll definitely teach it so that people can learn how to play. Forges of Ravenshire. Good segue. Thank you, Ken.
What else?
Think y'all will ever play First Class on Time Honor Tuesday? Yes, we probably will. I've thought about it a couple of times recently. It's a train game. I don't know how she will like it. I'll have to revisit it and look at it and kind of make that determination. It's more of a Euro game, less of a. It's probably still a midweight Euro, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But I have thought about it a couple of times. That's a good question. Get dads get their jokes from popsicle sticks.
Pretty much.
Best jokes. Does he even know you? You don't know me.
He does have good jokes.
I love dad jokes, and now I get to tell them to my grandchildren.
Sam makes me laugh all the time.
Even when I
All the
call her
time.
bad things, it makes her laugh. So I have to explain that now. So one of the things,
Gosh. I laugh
her
so
back's
hard.
been hurting her, and so she went to our massage therapist the other day.
No, she just fixes my body.
Yeah.
She is not massage. She fixes my body.
And she said, okay, you need to take a Epsom salts bath. Well, the only bath in our house is in the
Teenagers room, and I would have had to scrub their bathroom. And I don't like it because it's gross.
So she said, okay, well, the other thing you can do is you can make an Epsom salt paste,
Like a compress, yeah.
like a compress, and put that on your body and let it go. So we did that.
We did.
And we sat there and we watched the show while she laid on the couch, tummy down, and she had this salt all over her back. And so she gets up after an episode of our show, it's been about 45 minutes, and she gets up from the couch and she starts walking and she's like leaving a trail of salt as she walks through our house. And I'm like, I said, I guess you're a salty bee then, aren't you? And she just started cracking up, which means she starts dropping more
I'm laughing
salt.
now. More salt is falling off my back.
So yeah,
Even when he calls me a name, I swear he makes me laugh every day.
I didn't
I'm so
actually say
lucky.
the word anyway either.
He did not. He said B. He just
Yeah.
said B, the letter B. I laughed, and then every time I laughed, it would be like you'd hear from the salt pouring off my back.
Yeah.
Like, uh-oh, I can't.
He says the rules say to take 3 different ones. That's interesting because it was, I mean, I'm serious, it was Sam Stockton that did that told me to do that. So maybe it got changed.
There's another set under there. Is that
That's the
different?
solo rules.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the things I don't like about the game, how big the rule book is. I wish the rule book would be different. Let's see. How to win, starting the game, recruiting guild members, market exchange, using action tokens, place your dice, end of season. Check for completed tiles, prepare main board. Prepare the main board is where it says. During the end of the season, the main board, discard the bottom row, okay. Current player collects all 6 dice, move the season tracker pass.
Add 3 new.
Every player rolls the 3 dice they used during the production phase once and keeps the results. Now, okay, so it doesn't actually say that during this phase. It says every player rolls the 3 dice they used during the production phase once and keeps the results. So that's important because the dice you used in the production phase are the ones you kept on your board to fire off your guilds. And so those are not going to be one of each, unless you just happen to take one of each. But if you're using your guilds the way I think they're designed to be used, where you're trying to get at least 1, maybe 2 of them to really fire off a lot of stuff for you, you're probably not going to have 1 of each color at the, in the production phase. So that's an important delineation that he pointed out to me. And I would imagine, unfortunately, if you were using my playthrough, that's probably where you got that from. You didn't get it from the rule book. But maybe if you can give me a page number where you read that each person takes 1 of each die. I mean, it does say that at the beginning of the phase. It does say that you're going to start the game with 1 of each. But as each round progresses to the next season, you're going to keep the dice that you used in the production phase of the previous season, not the gathering phase. Forges will probably be hot. Hot games table. Tom says, yeah, maybe. What's your favorite Marvel game currently? I would imagine it's the ones that I've played most recently is Marvel Dice Throne. That's probably my favorite. Well, my most recent play. Maybe my favorite is one I haven't played in a while, and that's Marvel Zombies. So yeah, there you have it. George Jones was rumored to be so drunk before a concert that they tied him to the stool and played a record with lots of lights flashing while he slept.
No.
Well, I take that back. Just read the directions, and that is right. You used the 3 dice you used in the production phase. You messed us up, Sam. I know. I'm sorry. I mess myself up all the time.
This is me up all the time.
Nuno Rebello, is there already a U.S. version of the Comic Hunters? Yes, there has. I haven't seen the gameplay video yet. Well, here's the thing.
We don't have it.
We don't have it yet. I have my own personal copy coming.
Monday.
It's supposed to be here Monday. So that will be a game that I probably bring with me, but I don't know that I should bring it with me because I know Tom has a copy of it.
Oh, then definitely have Tom bring his.
I would imagine Tom can bring that. That one was not on the list because I was looking at, when I sent that list to him, I was looking at games that I had visibly in front of me. But that would be another one that Tom could bring because I do want to get more plays at that in. We have done a first impressions video of it. We used JT's copy. That was a Spin Master version copy. And it's so fun. It's so fun. It's so
super
fun. But production quality sucks. That's the best word I can put for it. It just sucks. It pays it. Spin Master is a toy company. They're not, so their bread and butter isn't board games. Their bread and butter is a bunch of other kinds of toys that are educational in nature. And so I don't know who works at the company, but it seems to me that they probably just don't have their finger on the pulse of what board game production quality is like right now. So they just made they have their regular factory produce this game with the components that they would normally make for a board game for their company. That's what it feels like. So, and I say that not as a, man, you guys suck. I say that as like, you know, I don't think they purposefully said, we're going to make crappy version of this with crappy production quality because they're stupid and they'll buy it anyway because they just want the game. I don't think that's what they did. I just think that they were producing it the way they would produce most of the other board games in their line. And so I don't know. Card quality sucks. Cardboard tokens are the thinnest possible without being called paper. That's unfortunately true. Be careful not to nick the cards while you're sleeving them. Whew, did that happen? Or are you just being like snarky? We had a water main pipe replacement change out on our street just last night. They had to turn off our water for the night. I filled our bathtub with water just as a precaution. LOL. It deserved a Kickstarter, Nuno says. That is correct. I absolutely agree with you. Well, I don't know that it deserved a Kickstarter. Spin Master is a big company. I think they put a $24.99 retail price on it. They could have made it a $30 price tag and made it much better. I think $5 more in retail, that would have made a huge difference, I think. But you never know. Comic Hunters is a good project for the DIY upgrader folks. That is correct. I've already talked to one guy that posted pictures of the stuff that he did, and and I'm going to pay for a copy. He's going to send one copy for me and JT. So that's cool. Waiting on Etsy folks to make some I like.
Yep.
Sleeves are an easy upgrade. Yep. About how many people attend Dice Tower Retreat? I have no idea. I don't have those numbers. Do you find it to be a relaxing experience, or do you need to be on at all times for your loving fans? Well, that is one of the things. And because I don't try to be somebody that I'm not, it can be a relaxing time. Because all I'm there to do is play games. But if, for example, if everybody has bad days, right? Everybody has days where they wake up on the wrong side of the bed, whatever euphemism you want to use. Those days are hard, yes, because you do want to be on, as you put it, and you don't want to give anybody a sour experience and have that be their only experience with you. And so those days, yeah, those are not really relaxing, but those days can be harder. I'm not going to say they're difficult because
he'll be good.
At the end of the day, you're still just playing games with people. But
yeah, I think you'll have more time to play this time than
I think I will.
Than the.
I'm guessing it is mostly relaxing at that event, but yeah, they probably always have to be on for some level. Yeah, that's fine. It's $25. Quit complaining. Yeah, I get it, Eric. I do get it. $25 is cheap for a board game, and that's good. But I don't know. And again, I don't have a whole lot of experience with working with factories and coming up with retail prices, and I don't have a lot of experience with that. But it just seems to me, the work that I have done in the field, in the industry, that from a production side of view, you could have shot for a $35 game instead of a $25 game and made normal components.
Well, if this company isn't normally a toy manufacturer,
yes,
this might not be what they are normally used to doing.
Exactly.
So they're like, let's just print some cards and see how this goes.
I said it on our first impressions video. If Arcane Wonders had been at the helm of production, we would have had a completely different production quality for the game.
Oh, yeah.
You would have probably had to pay about $10 more at the register, but you would have had a game that you would be proud of. And that's all I'm talking about.
The art in that game is so cool.
Yeah, it's so good. I would welcome a $30 price tag with better quality. Yep, $25 was the reason I picked it up.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. But I would have still picked it up at $35. It's a $35 game. If you have better components in there, it's easily a $35 game. Easily. I don't know why. I really don't why. And with all the buzz that it had, they could have easily put higher production quality into it, charged $10 more, and everybody would have bought it. But that same argument can be made. It has really crappy things.
Everybody
They charge $25 for it, and everybody's still buying it. So, who gives a crap? You know? Well, you're right. At the end of the day, we're talking about luxury items. You're absolutely right. Would be nearly $40. I would pay 10 more for a lot better quality. I wonder where it could have been like if Ark and Wonders could have produced it. That is exactly it. I think it would have been. I think it would have been a completely different thing. I know you would be fine at the convention. Thanks, Derek. It's hard having seen the quality of the Brazilian copy firsthand. Which one is better? A lot of people are, the people who have responded, which are just a few, but again, I always take a tip of the iceberg look at that kind of thing. I obviously can't talk to everyone. If you need to...
No, I'm good.
Okay. I obviously can't talk to everyone, but the people who have come back to me that have owned both the Brazilian and the English, they said that the English copy has worse component quality than the Brazilian. The Brazilian copy actually had cardboard tokens like you would see in any of these other games, like the thick punch board.
Right.
Not really thick that some games have,
Right,
but the
but these ones are
regular
very
thick
thin.
cardboard,
Yeah.
that's what the Brazilian copy had. And the American one does not. It has like if you've played the starter boxes of Star Wars Unlimited, or no, Lorcana was a lot worse, but close to that. The counters that come in Star Wars Unlimited and Lorcana, that's pretty close to what the counters that are coming in the Spin Master copy. Just not good, not good at all. Would the game have gotten away with the board game quality if it wasn't a comic theme with actual comic covers on it? I don't think it would have been as good without
The
actual comic book art
Right.
on it that it has. And that's one of the things that Robert wanted to do. He wanted to preserve that over here, which is one of the reasons why he went to Spin Master, because they have... I don't know all of the rigmarole or anything like that, but from my understanding, Spin Master has already a license with Marvel for some of their products, and that's one of the reasons why Robert went with them as a partner, so that they could retain all of that really cool artwork that was on the Brazilian version. Frank Boyer is here. What's up, Frank? I'm interested in the game because of that. Saw a hybrid version of Battleship that marksmen play. You call your shot C7, for example,
yeah.
then have to shoot it on a target downrange for it to qualify. Check for a hit. Wow.
I think I've seen a video of that, and I was like...
If I have a question for Sam, Frank says, if not working in the board game industry, what would you like to do otherwise? Working in video games, teaching, something else? The only other things that I have done in a professional setting is teaching and a youth pastor. Those are the only other two things that I've done. It's weird that you asked this question, because this is something that I've actually been thinking about recently. That's weird. And I've been thinking if and again, this is totally out there. I don't think it'll ever happen. But if our church asked me to be a member of their tech crew, I probably would say yes. Just drop of a hat.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they're doing a lot of stuff that I have experience doing, and on top of that, I like everybody that works there. I mean, they're all good people.
I wonder if that would.
Well, the question is, if I'm not doing
No, I
board
got
game
that.
industry
I
stuff,
actually went down a different road, and I thought, I wonder if Garden City Academy is going to need people to teach tech that you could, I went down a different.
I'm not a teacher of tech. I am not a teacher of tech.
Right.
I mean, the beginnings of most of our live streams should tell you that. I'm not
We're
a
totally
teacher.
successful. We do everything right all the time.
Sam's Conscious is in chat. Yeah, right? I don't know what I'd do without our tech crew here at the church. They are so important.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are. I saw a shirt the other day, and I posted it to our tech crew chat that said, it's a t-shirt that said...
Had like a soundboard.
yeah, it has a soundboard on it, and it says, I do sound.
I do church.
Yeah,
I do church
I
sound.
do church sound. For miracles, ask Jesus. So I think that's pretty funny. I think it's always a good thing to have several passions. Maybe it's not the correct word. No, yeah, I get it. I definitely did. I did enjoy several aspects of teaching. And I say it that way on purpose because there was only really a couple, i.e. paperwork / grading and staff meetings, that I really hated about teaching. Everything else, I enjoyed. I enjoyed getting kids to learn. I enjoyed being a coach. I enjoyed all of that. But I think, I don't know. Jeez. Where did the balloons come from? I don't know where the balloons come from.
I was like, it's in my
I
chin
didn't
or
do
something.
anything. Anyway, Sam, have you ever owned a motorcycle? No, I haven't. My dad has. But I've never owned it because of the accident that he got into one. He got into not a bad accident, but he got into a kind of a nasty accident. He was going down, it's actually in San Antonio, on the south side, South Cross Boulevard, the I-35 North ramp. Go down, it's not a steep hill, but it's just a pretty graded hill where you're going down off of the overpass down to the highway. And there was a dead animal there that he didn't see. Well, it wasn't really, you couldn't see the animal. It had kind of already been flattened, and so he didn't really see it. It just looked like the discoloration in the road. He hit that, and his front wheel just went out from under him, and then he hit the ground, slid for a while. He was properly dressed, which is probably why it wasn't as bad. But even then, I was like, I don't think I ever want to own a motorcycle.
I owned a moped.
Again, the question was, have you ever owned a motorcycle?
I rode my moped.
Not a glorified bicycle.
No, this is before e-bikes, and this was a moped. Mm-hmm. It had pedals.
No, see...
It was a 1977 Peugeot, bright blue.
I don't view a motorcycle... Yes. I don't view a motorcycle as a primary mode of transportation.
Oh, it was so cute.
I don't view a motorcycle as a primary mode of transportation because there are so many different situations that it doesn't work.
All right, go get the groceries.
I mean, yeah, go get the groceries. Well, you can have saddlebags and you can put groceries in saddlebags, but even then, you're limited.
Right. Go get the groceries for a family of 5.
If it's raining outside, the roads are wet. Yeah. You're on thin ice, quite literally.
I want a moped again. I want a little scooter.
No, it's not practical.
Vespa.
We live 8 miles out of town. No, it's just not practical. I can see them as toys. I get it. Where you keep it parked and then on those really nice days you go out for a ride. I get that. Totally do. But they're expensive right now.
Right.
Because everybody loves them.
Yeah.
They're expensive right now, so they're not practical. That's my main thing. I would much rather have a vehicle than a motorcycle.
Eric had a moped.
Oh, that's not.
I loved my moped.
You're on Eric's side right now. I don't know
Very
if that's
rare.
the side
I
of the
know,
argument that
but
you
I'm
wanna
just
be
saying, I really liked my little moped.
I believe a motorcycle used to own Sam. No, that is not it. Pretty much every person I know who rides motorcycle had an accident. Story. 2 of mine friends were in extended comas from it.
JT got.
I fear riding on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, JT owns a motorcycle and he rides it every once in a while. But literally, the times that I know he has ridden his motorcycle in the last 3 years, I can count on one hand.
Yeah.
And I won't even use all my fingers, I don't think. So it's not there. Now, he used to ride a lot,
Yeah.
but I don't think he does that much anymore. So you need a sidecar for groceries. Sam isn't a car guy either. Are you a car guy? No, I have a Jeep. I'm not. I mean, I know cars. I know what cars look like, and I know the companies and the models, and I don't know years pretty much. But I'm not like a mechanic guy. You know, I'm not a grease monkey. You know, I'm not that. But I have a 2020 Jeep Renegade, and I'm very happy with it. It's got a Trailhawk package. I like it. She has a 2021 Volkswagen Atlas.
It's our battle wagon. It's what
wagon.
we need to do to carry all of our stuff.
Yep. She has the battle wagon, and I have Cap.
He does.
So if you could buy an exotic car, what would you buy?
1954 Ford F100 Canary Yellow.
That's not exotic. That's American muscle.
I'm just saying.
And that's not even American muscle. I mean, it would be.
It's not American muscle.
It would be because...
It was my farm truck.
Yeah, it would be because we would... If we had, if money's not an object, we're putting a beefy engine in that sucker. No, it'd be like... It would be low. It would be low. But
that would be my dream car.
Mine is a Maserati. It's like a luxury sports car. I like that fact. So, but again, I don't even know that I would fit in a Maserati for crying out loud. I really do like those old trucks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those old trucks.
I had a Volkswagen Beetle, an orange Volkswagen Beetle when I was a kid, and I had all of these aspirations of getting it painted like the General Lee, but it was going to be the corporate Lee, the Corporal Lee, and it was going to have a half symbol on the doors instead of the 01. I had all those things. So really, that early 70s era Charger would probably be, if we're going to go old,
I mean, that's just
probably what I would get.
The question wasn't for me anyway, but I'm interjected in there, so it doesn't matter.
My thing is that I like the new gadgety stuff in cars.
Right.
So if I get one of those older cars, I'm going to want to, and again, it's so expensive, so I don't see this ever happening, but you pay to have those modern amenities, like a touch screen and digital readout for all of your dials and all that kind of stuff. I would want that, power windows and all that kind of stuff. So, but that's just me. It was hilarious watching all the Harleys trying to dodge bison in Yellowstone. Doug. Car Wars, Thunder Road.
It says best game about cars.
Yeah.
I don't know games about cars, but I like Heat, that game.
Kanban is one of JT's favorites. Kanban EV, I think, is one of JT's favorites. I've never played Car Wars, although I've built cars for Car Wars.
Oh, that's cool.
Car Wars is where you take like a Matchbox car and you put things onto it to make it look like a Mad Max car. And then you run a race and you're shooting at people and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty fun. It's like Thunder Road, but it's more rules. It's like more of a Mad Max simulation than it is just Thunder Road.
Oh, I like Thunder Road over Heat, actually.
How about a nice family station wagon like a 56 Chevy Nomad? No.
I also like I think it's a 1947 Ford Morissette. It's the cutest little truck you've ever seen.
I do like the older trucks. I love the older trucks. I love the way they
The
look.
one I like, I mean, it's like teeny. It looks like a smart car teeny. Mm-hmm. And it's a little truck. Oh, a little Morissette.
I even wouldn't mind having an old Dodge Prospector. That's an old 1974 Dodge Prospector. That was my grandpa's old truck.
Nice.
It was also canary yellow.
Yes, see, I'm telling you, canary yellow.
How often are you surprised by JT's bottom top 5 picks? Not very. I try to act surprised for the video's sake, but a lot of the games he is much more of a heavy gamer than I am.
Right.
And so his lists absolutely reflect that. Now, don't get me wrong, he likes a lot of lighter weight games as well, but his average weight on his cooperative games was like a 3.4.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what?
That's super heavy. But anyway. Oh, I'm thinking of Gaslands, sorry, which is basically just like Car Wars, but Gaslands uses Matchbox Hot Wheels. Yeah, okay. Happy Saturday, everyone. Hello, Anthony. It's good to see you. David Brantley, Kanban is the only Lacerda game still on your shelf of shame until House of Fado ships. Okay, yeah, I got you.
There's some up above about what you missed about cars or Tesla truck.
Jeeps are huge here in South Jersey. We have a lot of woods and fire roads through them. They are everywhere. Well,
he doesn't have that kind of Jeep.
Be careful.
I'm just saying he has a family.
I have
Jeep.
a whole 13 inches of clearance on my car.
so
there you have it. 13 inches, all right? As long as we don't go 13 inches deep, we're good. And Trailhawk is a really good four-wheel drive.
I love this guy, you guys. He's amazing.
I have been thinking, it's about time for me to get new tires.
You gonna go Wenatchee on your car?
Hey, might as well.
We live this
I stopped in Stan's and bought bullets and coffee the other day. I didn't realize that this was happening until I walked up to the register and I'm like, here you go. And the guy looks at my stuff and he goes, bullets and coffee, huh? And I'm like, well, yeah, it's a great combination, isn't it? And he was like, yeah, good combo it was. Just little 22 bullets for my grandpa's pistol.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
See, he makes me laugh every day. You
You
gotta talk about all of these.
They call a Jeep like that a pavement princess here. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate that, buddy. We've already had this conversation. As I'm looking at all of the other Renegades that are driving around in town, I think I'm the only dude that drives one. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I don't care. I actually do. But
Yeah. But Dante wants the same kind of car.
that doesn't help my argument one bit whatsoever.
Oh, you killed me.
That the music band kid.
Wants the same kind of car.
Yeah. Let's see here. When airborne, you get as much clearance as you need. See? That's what I'm talking about. Don't need air clearance when my tires aren't touching the ground. But when we come back down, that's a problem. It's crazy how cars have become the minority on the road. I swear everyone has an SUV, pickup truck. Look at the highway, parking lot. It's all truck chassis.
Oh, yeah. Here
Started
in this
when the
valley,
SUV
we
started
are
becoming the
truck
new station
capital.
wagon for families. Yeah, crazy how many Teslas are on the road too. You said somebody
Tesla truck. Somebody wrote something about a Tesla truck. I glanced over.
Let's see.
Hold on, right about there, somewhere.
Saw one of those Tesla Cybertrucks on the highway the other day. Hideous.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Tesla
truck.
I wouldn't own it, but I also don't think they're hideous. I would never buy one. But I don't think they're hideous. I think a lot of people translate their dislike of Elon Musk over to the Cybertruck or over to Tesla. Or they don't like the idea of society pushing so heavily towards having only an electric car. I think a lot of people transfer their dislike of those things over to Tesla. I think Teslas are actually really nice looking cars. They're super sleek, super nice. Roy has one, and I've been in it before, and it's super nice. So they're nice cars. I've heard the horror stories of people not being able to charge their car, or the charge is not lasting as long because the temperature dipped, or there's any number of reasons why. And then I look at a combustion engine and I'm like, yeah, it's more reliable than an electric car is to me currently. Yeah, it costs more, maybe. I don't know, because electric cars are so expensive right now.
Somebody else just wrote that too. Anyway. They're so expensive.
No, they are hideous. Musk dislike aside. Well, maybe so. And again, that's like art. Everybody has their own. Art is subjective. It's all subjective. Anymore, a lot of SUV today are a car chassis, though. That's probably true. Teslas are absolute trash. Ain't nothing nice about them. Down to fitment and finish. There you go, bud. Give me an early 1980s GMC square body pickup truck. Something my tools can fix. See, that's where I would be as well, because I feel like I did spend enough time working on cars that I have owned that I would be able to, at the very least, not kill myself using YouTube videos to fix my own car. I'm pretty sure I could do that. But with my 2020, there's
it's all
too many computer thingies in there. My best friend, gaming buddy, I'm still waiting on flying cars. Yeah, it's you and me both, Eric.
I don't know. Driving is scary. Flying is scary. People are scary. You add all those things together, I don't think flying cars are good.
Roads? Where Bush and I are going, we don't need any roads. Nice. The Jetsons lied to us. Trucks feel safer. Well, yeah, because they're the size of a freaking Abrams tank now. I look at JT's truck.
It's so huge.
All right, I'm 6 foot tall. That's average, I know, but I'm 6 foot tall. The hood of his truck is eye level.
Which means it's above line.
What? Yeah, they feel safer because you're driving around in a freaking tank.
Okay, you got to get over all these games. You got a lot to do.
All right, so let me put Forges away. But, there's a... So Forges of Ravenshire, that's going to be one of the ones that we look at.
Not one you take, it's too big.
No, not one that I take, it's too big. But like Tom said, it's probably going to be on the hot games table. Hamlet is another one that, if it's there, I'd like to play it with some people. This is one that JT and I played. It's got some interesting mechanisms in it. But as a two-player game, I'm wondering if it is just... Because there are some times in the game where it feels like what you're doing on your turn is only helping the other person do what they need to do on their turn. And since they spent their time doing what they needed to do and using the resources that you just made on your turn to do what they want to do on their turn, now you don't have anything to do on your turn. You have to build resources again, which indeed just helps them do things on their turn again. So it just felt like with two players, one or the other person was just going to be the person that lost. Period. Because you got stuck in the position of always making the resources.
Right, and they got stuck in...
And they got stuck in the position of always being able to use the resources.
Yep.
So I think in a 4-player game, which is what this maxes out to, I think that might even out a little bit.
So because you'll have this with 4 people.
Yeah, I want to play this with 3 or 4 to see how that evens out. I would like to play it with both, really, because I like to try to play it at all the player counts before I review it. But if I can get it with at least 4 players, that'll give me the idea, or at least the an inkling of how it's going to play. And then when I get back, we'll probably do a solo play of it as well, because it does have a solo mode in it. But this is one that I picked up at Gen Con as well. It's a cool little city building game that has these really wonky looking shapes.
Right.
Which is one of the things that made it kind of pop to me. And it's one of the things that JT was like, nah, I'm not going to get this. That's stupid. He does not like all of the weird shapes in this one. So that's a pretty cool thing. Anyway, that's another one that I'm going to try to get played at the retreat. The next one is one that we have actually played a couple times already. We played 2-player yesterday, Jess and I, and she whooped me by almost 20 points. So, Shark.
He just lets me win.
Mama Shark over there. And
He lets me win,
we've
you
played
guys.
4-player at the church. So, I'd like to get a couple more plays of this. I think I'm almost ready to do this has really simple mechanisms.
This is fun.
And I'm pretty much ready to do the review on this one, but I want to get a couple more plays of it in. So this is one that I could absolutely easily teach. So if they have that and you want to play it, go check it out and come find me at Dice Tower Retreat. This is another one. Did you put it up right? You put it up wrong. This is another one that JT and I played, just 2-player. And funny enough, JT looked up on his phone what reviews have been done on it so far, and it's on the Dice Towers games that we've played so that you don't have to. So that kind of tells you how they feel about it. But I will say that JT and I mirror some of their surmisings on that video. First of all, it feels like it's over much before you want it to be, because it ends about when you have your engine ready to go. And that's disappointing. You spend the entire game building this engine, and then you finally get it clicking, and now the game's over. So I'm wondering, because of the nature of the mechanisms, where whenever you do a main action, everybody else at the table can take a minor action. And if you do 3 major actions, then everybody else is going to do a minor action on your turn. Then once you've activated all of your dice, you get to run your little engine a little bit, and now it's the next person to use their dice. So I think with more people at the table, you're going to generate more things.
Right.
And you'll be able to do more quicker when it comes to your turn.
Right.
But because there was only 2 people in the game that we played, it took so long to get off the ground. So this is another one that I want to try with its maximum player count of 4 and see how it goes. And also at 3. So again, I think I'm might be backing myself in a corner here where I play the same game multiple times, but that's okay because it's a work trip and this is stuff I need to get done to do reviews. So, but this is another one that I'm hoping I can get to the table a little bit more. I'll get it big.
Thank you, Dan.
Tyrannope this is another one that I taught JT how to play on Wednesday when he came over so we could get some games played.
We played it.
And we have played it as well.
Yeah.
And we played it at Dice Tower East. We played a 4-player game of it at Dice Tower East. And then I think we've also played it 2-player.
I think so.
I've played it solo
You can probably review
the
it.
game. So I could play it. It goes up to 5 though. So I'd like to try it at 5 to see how it goes. The grid gets bigger, and it probably gets a lot more chaotic, with a lot more lost storytellers with 5 players, I would imagine. Anyway, this is another one that I want to play while I'm at Dice Tower Retreat, and this is one that I definitely can teach. So let me know. This big old guy is one that I would like to get played some more. I've played 4-player, and no, I've played 5-player. I have played 2-player now because I played it with JT, taught him how to play, and I played it solo on Thursday, so that's fun. I want to get a couple more games of it in before I review it because I think I do believe already that it's a good game. I just want to see how it flexes its muscles on those other. The only thing that I don't like about the 5-player is that you have to discard 2 of your action tokens instead of just 1. So there's less you can do on your turn, but you get more actions to do it. You get more rounds to do it in. So that's. But this is another one that I hope to get played at Dice Tower Retreat. And then last one. No, there's another one. I'll get it. Yeah. There's a couple more. So I'll also And this is one of the ones that I asked. Oops.
Tom to bring. He has this one, right?
He asked that one, yeah.
I think we played this one with you, Tom.
Yep, we did. So this is one that I want to play some more of. And I want to try solo mode out as well, but I'll do that here. But I picked this up at Gen Con as well because we did play it with Tom at Dice Tower East. So this is one that I hope we can get back to the table as well. I want to play that some more. And then I'll be taking this one. This is a new little game that I picked up. This is a review copy from Gold Seal Games called Loot Dispute. And we've played this once as a two-player. Made a mistake because in a two-player game, you have to take the other two players' starting cards and add them to the deck.
Mix them in. We didn't do that.
I didn't catch that, and so we ran out of cards, and we had to do some. We just basically fluffed it. But
it was fun.
It's a fun game, but Jeffrey Allers is a good guy, and he's one of my favorite designers. So that's his. So I'll be bringing this along with Raw and Right, Wine Cellar, and Razzia to see if we can do that. Cybertrucks remind me of a vehicle you'd make out of a Lego.
Yes,
or on a PS1 blocky polygon video game. Looks like Mistwind needs an AI for two players. It does. But the AI for a two-player game is not bad at all. So for two players, you have two stacks of non-player color action tokens, and all you do is you flip it and place it out where it's supposed to go. That's all you do for the AI for a two-player game. The AI for a two-player game works really, really well. The same AI in a solo mode, it's a little wonky because you only have one person and there's three of those stacks. So picking up all of those tokens, all of those poker chips at the end of the round, that takes a long time. Putting out the new cards, it's not really it's not a fun solo mode for Mistwind. And I don't want to be too hard on that because what my idea of fun might be different from what your idea of fun is. So it might be fun for you, but it wasn't really fun for me because there was too much accounting going on. I had to put all five of those cards out, take up all, there's all 20 poker chips. So I was messing around with 4 stacks of 5 poker chips each every single round. That just gets burdensome after a while. But I say that to say this, the solo mode is a very good way for you to learn how to play the game. It is very good as a tutorial. Very, very good as a tutorial. Because you do get to go through and experience how it feels when somebody else takes your spot. And you have to think about what else is going to be happening. So I think it's useful. I just don't think it's very fun.
All right, you got to catch up.
Yeah, I do.
At the top is where you're at.
Let's see. Trucks are also in a different category for safety, which is part of the reason for trucks and SUVs pushed more by car companies, less stringent safety regulations to bother with them. Yes, they do remind me of Polygon games.
Yes.
Mush should just let the engineers and designers do their thing. He makes the mistake of thinking that is something he is good at. Oh, well, I don't know. At Dice Try Retreat, do people have to sign up to play games with people like Tom Vasil? I would assume that many people wanted to game with him. It's pretty informal. And Kabuki Kid is right. Tom is going to have a question for it as well. It is pretty informal. That's one of the reasons why he keeps a short attendees list. And there's a waiting list to get on when other people say they're not going to come. Because he does want to keep it very informal. He doesn't want it to be this big, huge thing. He wants to keep it small. I think. But no, I don't think there's any. There's not any signups or anything like that. Time to review Tirna Nog. You've played it enough, I think. LOL. Maybe. Actually, Tom will walk around and ask people to play with him. He does do that. Bless here in Western Canada with the game store Century Box. Highly recommend to visit in person or online. They have everything.
Nice.
Cool. I will check it out online, guy. Is Three Ring Circus similar to Meeple Circus? I don't know. I've never played Meeple Circus, but I don't think it is. Tom, have you gamed with Tom Vasil and company? Who has similar tastes to your gaming preference? Guy says, I really went old school this year. New Year's resolution was to learn chess. Been interesting.
Nice.
I'm not a prodigy like I expected.
Guy, that's a great answer.
Tom says, the only one that I haven't played with is Z. I think Sam has a lot of similar tastes to me. I also like a lot of games that Mike likes. Good. Eric says, I'm a solo expert, self-proclaimed, and Mistwind didn't look fun for solo. Yeah, it really wasn't. But again, like I said, it was useful so that I could become more comfortable. Like, for example, when I was teaching JT how to play, I was nervous isn't the right word, but I was very mindful of how little I knew about the game.
Right, right.
After playing with JT 2-player on Wednesday and then doing solo mode on Thursday,
Yeah.
I'm very comfortable.
Okay.
I feel like I could just sit down and teach the game.
Nice.
So the solo mode is very useful for that. Tom, will you be at the Dice Tower Retreat? Yes, he will be. If Dice Tower Retreat is small, is it difficult for a newbie to go, or is it first come, first serve? It is first come, first serve, and I know that they have a revolving waiting list. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I know they have a long waiting list because a lot of the people that go to it return to it every year. And I think it's open to return attendees before it's open to anybody else. So if there is a sign-up window for it, it's usually pretty small. I don't know. I'm not part of any of that. But from what people have said, people that go have first dibs on coming back the next year before anybody else is invited to sign up. David asked, Eric, how often do you have to beat yourself before you're considered a solo expert? I'm not... See, here's the thing. I'm not even beating myself. I'm getting beat by a design that was made by the designer, and that's what beats me. It's not even me beating me. It's somebody else's thought process that's beating me. I think Tom copped it at about 325 or 350 this year. There you go. Path of Civilization is a fun solo game that also doesn't even need an AI to play solo. I've actually not bothered with the AI to explore mechanisms. There you go. Continuously, Eric says. You have to continuously beat yourself before you become a solo expert.
Awesome. Well, we got to touch briefly. We have a giveaway. You got to touch briefly. You can tell them what you're doing today and what's coming up next week. Besides, are there going to be any videos next week?
No, there will not be any. Well,
maybe you could do a short.
There might be shorts that go up each day, but they'll go up at night if they go up at all. I am probably going to take...
You can take one of the cameras?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to take my editing rig. That's what I'll take my editing machine with me so that the videos that I can take on my phone, I can transfer them over and make shorter videos like that. Maybe I'll do a day. They won't be long videos, but like I'll do
clips.
Sure. You know, I'll try to do clips here and there.
That would be good.
I'm not going to put people on the spot.
I know.
Usually, but here's the thing. The retreat is a little bit more, because it's a little bit more of a closer knit.
Right.
They come expecting that to happen. A lot of the people do. With a larger Dice Tower East or Dice Tower West, there's a larger wheelbase or larger base of people there that I don't know if they're comfortable with that or not. But these people are, it's a smaller cross section. So we'll see. What does the fall hold for the flip side? I do have a few more things in the works for some crowdfunding like previews and playthroughs and stuff like that. I do have that in the mix, so there's going to be some more of those. There will possibly be some more They didn't say that I couldn't say this, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But
Well, if it's a question, you don't say it.
no, it's just I've talked to Meister Media about becoming part of their development team. I don't know that it's going to happen, but
Well, we're continuing to put out content. We'll be here.
yeah. Development team isn't something that would be like a full-time job. It's a contract type thing. So that wouldn't be something that happens there. But we'll be we're going to continue putting out content.
I'm going to get him to get all those done. That's what he's going to do. You got to do that.
True. There is truth there.
So you just got to make that a priority. That has to be
one
done.
thing that I do need to do is
what I'm printing at is the section that he needs to review.
the table of games that I need.
The whole
approving.
section.
But Foundations of Rome. I told Bree that I would do a painting video on getting their, what I would have to do to get those pieces to look like they did have the sun drop thing on them without paying for the sun drop.
Right.
And
If you told Bree, we should do that.
I did, but I did talk to her about it. I said, look, I've run into a problem because I thought it would be simple. It's not as simple as I thought it would be, because the wash and the stuff that I use was not. You have to put a coat of paint on it before that ink and that wash will actually do its job well. You can't just put it on the
plastic.
the nude plastic.
Yeah.
Because it's got so much. I even tried, scrubbing it, washing it with soap and hot water, and not hot water, just soap and water, and still didn't work. So I have to do more research.
Cool.
Because I'm not a professional
Let's prioritize
painter.
that. Let's do that. You said you're going to do it. We got to do it.
Yep, I know. Scythe is a super fun game to play solo. Would Jessie ever play a game solo?
Probably not. What I love about gaming is the experience of being at a table with people. So I don't know that I would play solo. I mean,
She does puzzles.
I do puzzles.
That's about as solo as she gets. But even then, she's like, will you come do this with me?
Because I like having people around me. I like being around people.
Concordia has an expansion, Solitaria. That is pretty good. Your turn is identical to a multiplayer game, and the AI is fairly easy to manage. Question. Best murder mystery game. Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. Don't even have to think about it. Again, that's my opinion. You might find some people that will give you a different game. I'm not saying that they're wrong. My opinion, the best murder mystery game is Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. Jessie, do you have a desire to do your own board game review segment without Sam?
No, I would only do it if he asked me to while he's away. Like, if he wanted me to play Time Honored Tuesdays, I would figure out how to do it.
No.
Without
I
him.
said board game review, not...
No. I mean, if he wanted me to while he's gone, I would happily. If he doesn't, then no. I'm fine.
Jessie,
Nobody needs to know my opinion on things.
Jessie, you do great on camera. Sam's holding you back. Learn this streaming stuff. We could use a break of Sam.
I would like to learn the Sam.
I'll give you two guesses who said that.
I don't know.
Eric.
He always says he doesn't want to look at you.
He's a jerk.
He always says he doesn't want to look at you. I would do videos without Sam if he wanted me to. Or if it would help the channel. If maybe he starts to get too busy and I can do some videos while he's doing editing or something, then yes, we could do something like that. But he has to teach me because I can't do it. And I'm not really good at being alone. So
Sam, do you watch Dice Hour videos perhaps to stay in tune with what they are reviewing and calling? Yeah, I do. I don't watch all of them. Like if they're reviewing a video that that I'm about to review, whether it's on the channel or on theirs, then I will watch to see what they say so that I can not necessarily use it to, because it's not going to affect how I feel about the game so much, but I do like to hear what other people have said about it.
Right. They like this mechanics or they
Yeah.
like this, you know. Gives a different perspective.
Without trying to be a pain, I sent you an email. Frank says, yes, I know I saw it, and I'm going to respond to it. I just read it last night, and we had family movie night, so I'll get to that today. Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. Did I hear that right? Yes. Deception, murder in Hong Kong. And then they also have, you need to stop wiggling. They also have a...
That doesn't happen. I'm a wiggler.
Expansion called Undercover Allies. If you get the game, Deception, Murder in Hong Kong, get Undercover Allies. It makes the game go up to 12. A 12-person game. And it's so fun. It's so fun. One person is the clue giver. 2 people become a murderer and an accomplice. And the clue giver is the forensic
Scientist?
that is doing the autopsy back at the lab and all this other kind of stuff. And everybody else are agents. But with Undercover Allies and with the base game, you also have individual roles that will allow you to do different things. So it's a hidden role game, and it is super fun. Super, super fun. And if you get it, you need to get Undercover Allies as well, the expansion, because it gives you, I think the base game allows you to go up to 8. The expansion allows you to go up to 12.
And is it better with more people? Because it
is better with more people because you get more of those roles interacting within the group. It's really fun. But yeah, Deception, Murder in Hong Kong.
I would like to play that with you again. We played it once that I know of.
We played it with...
and I think we got Misty and her kids.
Misty and her kids.
And I think I was one of the ones that was the knowledge... Like, you can't give me those bluffing games... And I'm the person that nobody's supposed to know is the bluffer because you're all going to know.
Yeah.
And I know that they're random draw, but it's like, no. Random except give me a non... Yes. Don't make me the sheriff. Don't make me the cheese thief. Don't make me the... Just don't do it because I'm not going to succeed.
Kabuki has a very important expansion, also has more roles to it, and that's also very important. One of the coolest things that I like about the expansion... I've never actually played where this happened, but the forensic scientist that is giving the clues in the expansion, there is a scenario where the forensic scientist is bought out by the murderer.
Oh my gosh.
And he starts helping the murderer.
Who's giving like false clues.
But the other people don't realize that. But part of the nuance is that you have to notice. You have to catch on to when the clues change and shift and become more suspect to catch that thing. It's so fun.
I am not good
Such a fun game.
at games like that.
Love it, love it, love it. That's not a beard. That's head hair slippage. No, it's a beard.
I love this beard.
I spend time shaving the top of my head. Stop.
I like that beard.
Not when the camera is rolling, lady.
Sorry,
Yikes, that is almost as large as my whole collection. Oh, wait, he said... Wait. Including expansions, 218? That's not your shelf of shame, is it?
Is that David?
Yes.
No.
Shame, shame, shame. You know your name. That can't be your shelf of shame. Maybe that's your collection.
Oh, I could be that. No.
My complaint with the expansion was that the roll cards had a noticeably different color than the card backs. They offered a fix for that because I noticed that as well. But they offered a You can get it from them. It's a pack of all of the cards. Matter of fact, I think it comes in the expansion. All of the roll cards from the beginning and the new one all have the same back. So you just use one set. You don't use the thing. I don't know. Maybe it was not an add-on, but maybe it was just something that you had to buy extra. Which is a problem with secret rolls. You have to sleeve. Yeah. So you don't want to be a Cylon and BSG?
No, I don't like any of those games like that. It confuses me. Don't make me the Cylon. Don't make me the cheese thief. Don't make me the sheriff. Don't make me the...
Last time I played BSG, I was a Cylon from the very beginning, and on top of that, I had both Cylon cards at the beginning.
Oh, jeez.
So when I got a new one, I was able to pull somebody over, and I was able to stay the Cylon, and I made JT the Cylon with me.
Right.
Which was like, oh, I'm going to win now, because JT's on my team. A lot of that is unplayed expansions. 262 played, so it's less than half. Okay. Dinner time here in France, Frank says. Have a good evening, all. See you later, Frank. We have started to cull some games. Gotcha. God only made a few perfect heads. The rest he covered with hair.
That's pretty good. That's a good one.
That's a good one right there. I think I won't remember that one. Derek says, I have 205 games and probably 5 to 10 are on a shelf of shame. Yeah, that's about where I'm at.
We have a couple. Well, we have all of those that we have to finish, but those are reviews, so it's not a shelf of shame.
I wish I only had 10 to 15.
I'm sending Sam and Aiden away today for the afternoon.
Yeah, we had a friend of ours in church that called yesterday and said that she has 2 preseason Seahawk tickets.
11 rows off the field.
11 rows off the field, so it's going to be fun, I think. They're playing the Browns. So I get to go watch 2 football teams that I don't really care anything about.
But he gets to go spend the afternoon with Aiden.
But Aiden is a football player, and he loves football, so he's probably going to have a freaking awesome time.
Right.
That'll be fun. Star Wars Rebellion, Keeper, Wayfarers, and South Tigris are a few shameful games on my shelf.
Oh, dear.
Dratus Contact says, love a double Cylon card deal. Yep, that is fun. It was fun. Skål, Vikings, skål. Yes, indeed. All right, we're going to get out of here. It has been 2 hours on the dot at this point. So we're going to do lightning round for about 5 minutes. You going to be able to handle that?
Mm-hmm.
It always works out to be a little bit longer than that because we have to wait 30 seconds for people to start asking those lightning round questions. But lightning round is where you give us 2 options, this or that, and we have to choose one of them. And then if we have to choose one of them, or we have to give a more logical third option.
Right.
You still awake over there?
I'm all in.
Uh-huh. I don't know about that. Got to get Star Wars Rebellion played. That's one of my faves. Analog or digital clocks?
Analog.
Really?
I love our clock in the living room.
Well, I don't dislike it, but...
I mean, my watch is digital, but...
If I had my druthers, I'd want a digital clock.
I don't know. I like analog.
I'm going digital.
Because I want my kids to know how to tell time. And they're 13, 15, and 17. And they don't always know on the analog clock. And it makes me a little crazy.
Yeah, they have to, like, stop and go...
I don't know, 7:43. I'm
That's
like,
definitely
no.
That's definitely a life skill that's being...
6:35.
Multiple screens or one large
Ew.
art screen?
Blah. I don't do multiple screens. Sam does. He's smart.
Well, no,
I can't.
It's not a thing smart. I have 2 Scepter, I think 22-inch screens to go with my laptop, and it's really helpful. Now, I usually have that second Scepter screen that I have doesn't always get used. I have it if I need it, but it doesn't always get used because my editing rig is older than this one. This one will accept 2 external screens, but my old machine will only accept 1. So I'm usually only using 1, but it's indispensable for editing work. So I usually go with multiple screens. That's because Sam can't tell analog time. Yes, I can.
He can. The kids struggle.
Yes, they do. Marvel Dice Throne or King of Tokyo?
Wait. On the analog clock, I would just like to say when I first met him, he wouldn't change it for the time zone. For daylight savings time, he wouldn't change his analog clock. Because he's like, why would I change it? I have to change it back in 6 months.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Just add 1 or subtract 1.
I would come over to his house, take that clock off the wall, and fix it. And then he's like, well, I didn't know what time it was. Why did you switch my clock? And I'm like, because it was an hour ahead or an hour behind. Oh my gosh, it made me crazy.
Moccasins or Crocs? I don't
have either.
I don't wear either.
I do have a fake pair of Crocs.
I don't actually have brand name Crocs. We have like fakies that we bought off of
fake
that we bought off of Amazon, but I rarely wear them. I would rarely wear moccasins if I wore them as well. I'm much more of a shoe person. Shoes and socks, and Crocs and socks is not cool. M&M's or Reese's Pieces? Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Beyond the shadow of a doubt.
Yes, so good.
Hourglass.
Yeah, right?
Kalex or Bildy or Billy? Neither. Contractor made.
Custom built for my Sam.
Yeah. David Brownlee says both Kalex and Billy, different media. Cursive or printing? I print. Whenever I write.
I print.
Leaving the clock all year is too funny.
Oh my gosh! Every time.
All you have to do is add 1 or subtract 1.
Why?
Why not?
If the clock says 4:15, I want to look up at it and go, it's 4:15. Not go, it's 4:15. I have to add an hour.
Even if it says 4:15, I can look up it and say it's 3:15.
No! Oh my gosh! It used to make me crazy. And then when he moved in here, he tried to do it here, and I was like, oh no, that stops now. Yeah, he would just leave it all year.
I love when people wear Crocs so much outside that they have Croc pox on their feet. That's
yes. Oh, yes, I know. or even better, if they're out playing in the dirt and they're preschoolers, they literally have little dots of dirt. Ugh, so gross.
I print. Started that because of DandD. I'm a sloppy writer, so I print. So print is just easier to read when I write.
I don't do
axe or a sword? I would
probably
choose an axe. Yeah, I would
probably choose neither. I don't think I could lift them.
Time permitting, TI4 or Gloomhaven, Frosthaven? TI4, beyond the shadow of a doubt. I have no interest in Gloomhaven or Frosthaven, none whatsoever. Games where the winner is first to reach a goal, or games where you spend 15 minutes calculating your scores at the end, like Loot.
Okay, I don't love the calculating scores at ends.
Frankly, I don't. I like both. I mean, But
there is something to be said about, well, I think I might be winning, but I'm really not.
Like, I'm thinking like Nar, Among Us. Right, no, not Among Us. After Us.
Yes.
After Us is a game where it's a race to somebody. Right. I like those games.
I like those games.
I don't mind games where you have to calculate your score at the end.
Yeah.
And it usually doesn't take 15 minutes.
Unless I'm involved.
Somebody is at the table questioning your every addition and subtraction.
I'm just saying.
With a calculator in their hand.
I am really good.
And still not doing it right.
Really good at getting the people around me just as confused as I am. I have this ability to get anybody around me just as confused as I am. Even though they know what they're doing. I can radiate confusion to everybody around me, and they all get it.
I couldn't take the clock not reflecting the correct time.
Oh my gosh, it literally made me crazy.
That's Maribeth. She's just taking your side just
No,
to take your
I'm
side.
telling you, Maribeth, it made me crazy. I would come over to his house and I was like, why haven't you changed this? Like, why didn't you do this?
Admiral Kane, was she right or wrong? It's been so long since I've watched the series. I want to say that she was right from a military perspective. But from a leader of the last vestiges of the human race, she was wrong. We just had the same conversation. Well, I mean, the movie we were watching last night had the same idea with 2012 at the end. Mm-hmm. You know, this is the first thing that we're doing as the new step
right. Are we going
into the future. Or are we going to do this with a negative, with a bad decision? So, again, there you go. Garlic or onion?
Sweet onion.
Yes, sweet onion. I like sweet onion better than garlic, especially if it's grilled onion.
Oh, it was so good the other
Grilled
night,
sweet
right?
Onion, yep. Hot or mild sauces? Mild. Mild. And even mild for her is too hot.
Mild.
I say mild because I do like a little heat, but I also want the flavor. And some of those hot sauces is just heat.
I can't
with
do it.
Stupid, lackluster flavors.
Mild, please.
Bacon or
zero
lots
sauce.
of bacon?
Always lots.
Lots of bacon.
Always lots.
Alien or Aliens? We almost watched Aliens last night, but she's not a big horror movie fan, so I didn't want to push any of her buttons.
I barely made it through the stupid movie we watched.
I'm with Sam on clocks. Do away with daylight savings. Well, I'm not actually
I'm not saying
there.
we shouldn't do away with it. I think that would be fine. I just think if you have an analog clock and the time in this time zone is whatever it is, you have to change the clock to reflect it.
But
That's
I would
it.
love to get away. I would love
I
to get
agree.
away from that.
I think we're doing that. I think it's
Just-
already been politically established that we're doing it.
No, it hasn't.
I thought it has. It was
Not in
supposed
this
to.
state.
Oh,
It's only
really?
certain states.
Oh.
Yep.
I would say get rid of daylight savings time altogether. Just keep it at one time zone. But it doesn't matter what the time is. Your clock needs to reflect it.
Eric says, "Man, that hurt." Agreeing with me.
Yeah, right?
Man, that hurt.
I know.
So say we all, Dratus Contact says. So say we all. Aliens is more of an action than horror. Yeah, but it has scary stuff in it. It has a lot of jump scares, and that
my
makes
gosh.
her
I
like,
jump and I
pop.
scream, and he laughs at me.
Nemesis or Space Hulk? I've actually never played Space Hulk. I've only played Nemesis, so I'll have to choose that.
I don't know.
I do have Space Hulk. It's right up there. I've just never played it.
Oh.
It's on my shelf of shame.
Well, we should do that.
Minor correction. It is daylight saving time, not daylight savings time.
You're right. Thank you. That is
Common
true.
mistake.
It is a common mistake.
Shorts or jeans?
Jeans.
Yeah, we're wearing jeans today because the forecast for weather in our open air stadium that we're going to is 65 degrees with rain. So I'm
I
wearing,
have been to that stadium so many times in the pouring down rain.
I am probably
I'm pretty
more of
sure
a,
they're probably going to buy the $16 trash bag modified
I am not giving the Seahawks any of my money unless it's the
trash bag modified. What are they called?
I'll go and buy a hot dog or something
No, what
like
are those
that.
things called?
I don't care what they're called. I'm not going to buy one. They're called a poncho.
Poncho. Good
I'm not
word.
going to buy any Seahawks paraphernalia. Not going to do it. Period. Hard stop. End of discussion.
I've been to that stadium so many times in the
See, I actually
pouring
like
down
I
rain.
actually like
Pouring
the
down rain.
Sounders, so I would have bought Sounders stuff.
I have some. I mean,
I know, but
we did when we
I'm
went.
not buying any Seahawks. No. I'm actually going to wear my Chicago Bears hat to the game today. Period.
Please
And
don't.
I thought about
Please
wearing
don't get in a
I
fight with
thought
some
about
feisty
wearing
Seattle.
my Ditka jersey as well. I thought about it.
Please don't get
But
in a
I'm like,
fight with somebody in
"Nah, it's
Seattle.
I'm not gonna get in a fight with somebody in Seattle.
Not you. They might fight with you.
Yeah, well, then I'll come back with a black eye. I'm not gonna wear a Seahawks. I'm gonna wear my hat.
Okay.
I'm gonna wear my hat, but I'm not gonna wear my jersey.
Okay.
Because it's not a Bears game. If it was a Bears and Seahawks game, that, yes, I'd be doing. But even it's just the Seahawks and the Browns, I'm still wearing my Bears hat.
Anyway, it's going to be super fun for them.
Yep. Amera Trash or Amera Thrash? Amera Thrash. Because Amera Trash was a negative euphemism given to American-style games by Eurogamers way back in the day. Because it's either you're a Euro game, which sounds very elegant and refined,
or you're
or it's an Ameritrash.
Got it.
It's Amerithrash. Actually, I think it was coined by people who were fans of American games or American-style games, which really is just talk about conflict-oriented games more than anything. Will you cull the Shelf of Shame games, Sam? Not really. Not until I play them and know that I don't like them. The rain has arrived on this side of the mountain. Yeah, it rained all night last night. We had a river of water going through some of our streets yesterday here in Wenatchee. So, yep, I know that happens. Go Steelers. Shelf of opportunity that I will never have the opportunity.
That's a better way to say it.
On the plus side is good weather for computers and board games. Yep, there you go. I embrace either. Ameritrash was adopted by the term fans of Ameritrash thrash games. Yes, yeah, I know. So it doesn't really have a negative connotation, but it has been used as a negative with a negative connotation, which is why I prefer Amerithrash, because it takes away some of that. All right, we're going to get out of here. That was actually 15 minutes. I'm going to skip this last ad right here. All right, so we're out of here. Thank you for joining us. We certainly appreciate you. I will try to get some shorts up. Maybe not shorts, but short videos. There'll probably be circa 5 minutes or less each day, just so that we can keep the ball rolling forward. We are at 7.71 thousand subscribers right now.
So please, if you haven't, follow, and subscribe.
And we just hit 500 videos this weekend.
Yes, we've had 500
videos this weekend.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm a thrash metal fan, so I like the thrash term for that. That's exactly correct. So it doesn't really have a negative connotation. Yeah, I get that. Adios, muchachos. Enjoy the day. I actually didn't notice many ads this video. Weird. It's because I was clicking skip ad. I did that religiously today. Skip ad, skip ad, skip ad. Did that for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Gonna do this though, because
you did it.
The 500 videos deserves that. Bye all. Have a great week. Absolutely. We'll see y'all later. Gotta get this. Boom. I think it just became a Rush concert. Laser show.
I mean...
We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
Bye. You crack me up.